There's a new documentary on Hulu that goes inside restaurant kitchens with 3 female chefs, including one from the Twin Cities. It's called A Woman's Place. Here's a little clip from the trailer.
My experience is being more like a pirate ship. It's like there aren't any rules. There's a lot of tension. There's a lot of conflict. It's more rough in the back.
At the very beginning, I was the only girl in the kitchen. Like, they didn't teach that in culinary school.
You can imagine the culture shock. People with foul mouths and like kicking chairs over and things like that.
If you can make hot food, it goes out on time, and it's plated perfectly, like everybody kind of looks the other way. I'd been so fed up with how much I'd had to deal with in restaurants that I was just done. I had enough.
That's A Woman's Place, and it's streaming now on Hulu and features our next guest. Please welcome to the show, Chef Karyn Tomlinson. Hi, Chef.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I am great. You know, I'm really glad that this documentary is being done. Full disclosure, I know I have a lot of people in my life that's in the restaurant business. I am in it, and I know what it can be like. It's a very casual environment, and I know I've seen the struggle with my female friends in it. What made you want to take part? What prompted you to want to do this or take part in it?
Well, to be quite honest, I had no idea even really what I was getting into when I first got the call from them.
Yeah.
But as I found out about it, I think there were 2 things that made me excited to be a part of this project. One is, yes, it's a very real thing. It's kind of bringing my sensibilities as a woman with my own personality into a very an industry that doesn't necessarily jive with those characteristics. Traditionally, there have been a lot of challenges for me. That's absolutely true. But another thing I appreciated about the people making this documentary was that they wanted to present a little bit of a more nuanced view, where they didn't portray women as just only like as victims, you know.
Yeah.
Huge chips against, I support strong men in the industry, men who treat themselves with, hold themselves with professionalism and all that. I love working with men. So I appreciated that it wasn't sort of an either or kind of documentary, putting someone down. So I really appreciated the perspective that they had, even just in our interviews leading up to it. But yeah, I think it's an important thing to talk about. I
do too, because Chef, don't you think this is something that I don't think the average restaurant goer thinks about or knows about. And there's one statistic that really kind of stopped me in my tracks. Let me get this right. 51% of culinary students are women, but only 7% go on to become head chefs and restaurateurs. Chef, this is a bigger answer in a talk show segment, but what needs to fundamentally change to change those numbers? Right.
Well, I think there's a lot that goes into that. That can be very complex. But I would say that sort of embracing different styles of leadership in a kitchen, embracing different kinds of, here it's the hospitality industry, yet traditionally the people who can survive in that are those who work the hardest and can kind of be the toughest. And I'm not advocating, I think that we as women should be tough in kitchens too, but I think that sometimes wrapped up in all of that is a lot of ego.
Yes.
And so I think that, when you think about what hospitality is, that also should involve a lot of sense of nurture.
Yep.
And cultivation, development, and those come through not just in the final product of bringing food to tables, but in the way that you lead a staff. And I think that those are things that women really can bring to the table in a unique way.
Absolutely.
All women are the same, not bad by any means, but I think that we just need to embrace a diversity of giftings that it takes to lead a kitchen.
Well, I appreciate your voice in this, and I appreciate that this was done. I think this is going to be a catalyst for education for a lot of people. Continued success.
Thanks.
Thank you, Chef. A Woman's Place is available on Hulu. And to find Karyn on Instagram, just search for K.A. Tomlinson. And we're blessed here in the Twin Cities. We have a lot of amazing female restaurateurs like our friend Ann Kim.